Our ferry here that operates between Glenelg on the mainland and Kyle on the Isle of Skye is the last of its kind in existence. It's the last manually operated turntable ferry in the world. There's no hydraulics, there's no complex machinery, it's just beautifully simple. It's the MV Glenachulish, originally built for service at Ballachulish before the bridge was built there. It's living heritage, maritime heritage and Scottish history, really. It's based on a railway turntable system, but it's so finely balanced that one person can push a deck full of 6 cars. And of course, happily means people don't have to reverse. You drive on, you drive off at the other side. We turn you around, you don't need to turn yourself. They were a very common sight. There were plenty of them up and down the west coast of Scotland way back in the day, and the reason being they were terribly efficient because they don't need much in the way of infrastructure. You know, they don't need a big pier and all this stuff, you just need a ramp or a slipway. The unique design of it means it can come alongside at any state of the tide. She can come along really, really shallow, and it also is designed to sit on the bottom if it has to as well. So if you get stuck, it's fine, there's no big drama.
I've known the ferry all my life, yeah. When I was in school I worked on it just as just helping out, a deckhand, cleaning up and taking the fares. It's a very tricky crossing, Chris. There's currents, there's tides, there's wind and there's rocks all over the place here. There's not two crossings probably the same, they're always changing with the conditions of the weather. But today's lovely and calm.
It has been in Glenelg here, this boat, since 1982, but there's been a ferry crossing here for hundreds and hundreds of years. It's the closest point between the two land masses, so the original crossing, part of an old drover's route as well. Cattle would be driven down from the Hebrides through Skye, they would swim their cattle, heads of cattle across here, and then they'd go off to the central belt of Scotland for market. So it's a historic crossing as well as a unique vessel. First crossing happens at 10 o'clock in the morning and these guys just go back and forward as required all day, roughly every 20 minutes. It's all very Highland time.
It's lovely meeting different people from different parts of the world and having the good crack with them. You'd be surprised how many people say to me, you know, how's this ferry unique? We heard it's unique, and they can't believe when they see the turntable working. They're just amazed. Some of them are really amazed. They're taking photos. They want to do another trip just to see the swivel thing working. They're really, really amazed with it.
The very first job I had when I moved to Glenelg was rope hand on the ferry. Now that would have been about 16, 17 years ago. It's a huge privilege, I think, to be in charge of this historic crossing. And the boat itself being the last of its kind in the world. So it's living heritage, maritime heritage. And also, you know, look at it. It's not a bad view from the office window, you know. The visitors remind you because they're astounded, of course, when they come here. And it reminds you that, yeah, it's a pretty nice place to live and work, for sure.